What? Hey, y'all. I can't defend Young Thug actions, man. The fuck? I ain't man. What the fuck is this? Yo, hold the fuck up. I don't want no goddamn I don't want no goddamn subscription. RZA, what it is? Yo, hold up. Oh, alright. I gotta get this out my screen. Back. Decline. What's up? What's up? What's up? East Baltimore, Kenny, what it is? What's up, Shalonda? Yeah, hey, can't vouch for Young Thug, man. Can't make no excuses for him. I mean, thinking on that shit. If he was my homeboy, like I really can't. He didn't tell, but he didn't. Let me say this right. He didn't add to the investigation, but he definitely he did some telling, man. He did some telling. And if he was my homeboy, I would probably call him a rat. I ain't gonna lie. I would probably call him a rat, y'all. I definitely wouldn't be hanging with him. Definitely wouldn't be hanging with him. I'm trying to see something on my damn computer. Oh, here you go. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about, and we got a little bit of that's 10:52 already. And we only got a little bit of time. Before I get on the road to take my dumb ass to work. Hit that like button. All right, y'all. So, everybody know Boosie copped out. So you did. So did you see the tweet he said about Baby and his artist? No, what he say about what he say? What he say? Thug, man. Thug been tripping, man. Thug should not have been going that hard on nobody. Not Rilo, not Gunner, not nobody. Knowing that he had that conversation like that with them people, man. See, my thing is, right? People was running with a narrative of, just because you talk to the police, you told, and that's not necessarily true, yo. Like I told y'all, like, you can talk to the police for hours and give them nothing, and give them absolutely nothing that they can go off of. You know what I mean? Do I recommend it? No. Because them motherfuckers is good at what they do, and all you really gonna do is talk yourself into an indictment. You know what I mean? But even if you was to go that route, the number one rule is, yo, you don't answer no questions about nobody else. You don't answer no questions about nobody else, man, at all. Like, once they brought him into that room and told him that the the conversation was gonna be about Pee Wee Roscoe and the Lil Wayne tour bus situation, that nigga supposed to said, man, I want a lawyer. Nah, I ain't defending him. I ain't defending him. What you mean? Lil Baby is mine. She had a bond hearing. Lisa Andrews bond hearing. What's up, Chelsea? Man, he was dead wrong, man. I can't defend that shit. But I can't. Rilos can't say nothing. You know what I mean? Because regardless of what he said, no, they do that in Atlanta, bro. They do that in Atlanta. That's just some Georgia shit. That's just some Georgia shit. Like, we can't look at his probation plea and say he's told, yo. Like, in Georgia, yo, they give motherfuckers like 20 years of probation. I did a whole video on it. Like, that's some shit that they do. Oh, Young Money Baby. And Thug needs to sit his ass down, man. Jeffrey needs to sit his ass down. He was dead wrong. He was dead wrong for going there talking about them people, talking to them people like that. And I know what he was trying to do, because they was trying to tie him into the case. So he was trying to go in there with the mind frame of, if I play cool with him. Yeah, but that shit don't work. If they was going to charge you, they going to charge you regardless. You know what I mean? You can't go in that bitch and play with them people. I tried to go in there and play with them people. Know what happened at the end of it? What the fuck? Know what happened when I went in there trying to play with them people? Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what ended up happening. Where the fuck is that paper at? This is what ended up happening. Went in there trying to play with them people. Omit it. That's what happens when you go in there and play with them people. Omit it. Like, you can't say nothing in that interrogation room that's gonna help you, man. Straight up. Ain't nothing you can say in that interrogation room that's gonna help you. It's it's only designed to hurt. Now, I told y'all, yo, I went in that bitch and I played the game. You know what I mean? Played the game. Man, I need cigarettes. I need water. But I ain't telling them nothing. But in reality, I was being played. Because everything you ask for that bitch, all they doing is collecting your fingerprints. Every cigarette I smoked, they wouldn't put that bitch in forensic for fingerprints. I'm thinking I'm being slick. Thinking like, shit, I'm trying, buy time, smoke cigarettes, play with them. Man, you can't play with them people, man. Them people too good at their job, man. That's one thing I never take away from them people. Yo, they is good at their job. A lot of these people, especially once you get to like homicide and them ain't not long it take to get to homicide. Some officers never make it that far up the ladder. You feel me? So the ones that's doing that job, yeah, you not ready to go in that bitch and run no plays on them. It ain't happening. They done heard all the stories, all the lies. You feel me? Right here, they got nothing but time. All the stories, all the lies. You ain't ready to go in that bitch and tell them nothing that they gonna believe. You know what I mean? If it's opposite of the evidence. So it's really pointless. And Thug went in that bitch thinking he was gonna play the game and end up talking too much. And I can't defend it. Like I said, I can't. He didn't give them what they wanted because I told y'all what they wanted. They wanted him. They wanted him to basically what's the word to use? Incorporate himself in the crime. Incriminate. They wanted him to incriminate himself. And also, and yes, he's his name Jeffrey now, right? Yeah, they thug. We gonna call him Jeffrey. They wanted Jeffrey to incriminate himself and also throw Roscoe under the bus. He didn't do that. So he didn't give them what they wanted. But he did way too much talking. Way too friendly. Way too much talking. And if I had a homeboy and that shit came out about and I heard that, I might call him a rat. I ain't gonna lie. I might call him a rat. At the very least, I know I ain't fucking with him no more. I know I ain't fucking with him no more. He ain't gonna be coming back round. Like, nah, bro, you ain't right. You know what I mean? Because if you'd do that, you'll tell. If he'd do that, if he'd go on that bitch and have that conversation with them people like that, in the manner in which he had it, he'd tell. You know what I mean? Like I told you, y'all. Yo, you could go with that bitch. Let me see something. What the fuck? I just had the fucking page. I got locked up at 15. What's 1550 hours? What time is that? 1550 hours military time. So I got locked up at 350. I didn't get processed into 0226 hours military time. 2 a.m. So from 2 a.m. So from 350 to 2 a.m. I was getting interrogated by the police, right? And this is all that came about it. Let's see my fucking prison. Okay. Y'all be trying not to show nobody name and shit other than mine. This all that came about it. Mosey denies interview, Mosley advised he never made any phone calls to the victim, and it was all captured on video, audio equipment. So that's all I be trying to get people to understand. Like, I don't recommend ever going in that bitch talking to them people. Yeah, but you can sit in that interrogation room for hours and not say nothing. Now Jeffrey didn't do that. You know what I mean? Jeffrey went in that bitch and had a full blown conversation with them people about other people, and he shouldn't have never done none of that shit. Shouldn't have never done none of that shit. Knowing what I know now, at the age I am at now, I wouldn't go in there playing with them people. All that time wasted from 350 to motherfucking, what was it, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was in that bitch playing with them people. I could have saved myself time, energy, all of that, and just said, man, look, I ain't got nothing to say. I want a lawyer. You feel me? Could have went to sleep early that night. The fuck, I don't think from getting arrested at 350, yo, I don't think I got to the jail, cause 2:45 or whatever time it was, that's when we left the interrogation room. I don't think I got to the jail till like 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? I was tired as a bitch. But we gonna get back to hell because we got a long ride. I want to read this before we get on the ride. Pee Wee Roscoe talked to academics, so we're gonna listen to that on the ride. Yeah, but Boosie got a hell of a plea deal, man. Man, hell yeah. I got the menace sheet. What the fuck, the menace sheet? They leave, come back. Like, yo, you been in that bitch for hours, bro. That shit was a waste of fucking time. So it say federal prosecutors have revealed the terms of rapper Boosie plea deal in his gun possession case, including his recommended prison sentence and new details about his alleged misconduct. A month after Boosie Torrance had said he'd take a deal because he was tired of fighting, the rapper appeared in San Diego federal courtroom Tuesday to formally plead guilty, and the feds disclosed the specific terms of the deal. I ain't seen nobody report on this. In return for oh no, hell no. I ain't eat no food in that bitch. No, they only give you food if you tell. You know what I mean? They give you some water. You know what I mean? Because I don't think they can deny you water. They give you a cigarette. But you ain't getting no food unless you snitching that bitch. You can see I ain't getting no food. Shit. Yeah, I ain't getting no food. I'm missing my. I can't find my other fucking paper. I'm looking for page 90. That shit in here somewhere. Nah, I get no Italian beef. No Italian beef. What Butterhead? The nigga that told had food though. They get that nigga McDonald's. It's in paperwork. Y'all got paperwork on so many people, y'all. Like, people wouldn't even understand. I just don't release it. But I got paperwork on niggas. I'm trying to tell you. Niggas in my case. Niggas not involved in my case. I got paperwork on it. If you had anything to do with my case, or the case that was that they tried to tie to my case, I know what you said. I'm trying to tell you. I know what you said. But all right. In return for Boosie pleading guilty to a single count of illegal gun ownership, prosecutors agreed to drop a second gun charge and asked for just a 2-year prison sentence. Yo, Boosie made out. That's a hell of a deal. 2 years? Far less than a maximum 15-year sentence the rapper was facing if convicted. They also revealed new details about the gun case against him, including that he purchased the Glock and Hellcat guns in Georgia and flew them to San Diego on a Delta Airlines flight the same day that he was arrested during the traffic stop. Neither the Glock, the Hellcat, nor the ammunition were manufactured in California, the feds wrote in a new court document obtained by a Billboard. Therefore, By the mere presence in San Diego, the guns traveled and affected interstate commerce. Prosecutors also said in the new file that they would not seek a monetary fine on top of the prison sentence, citing Boosie's limited financial prospects. An attorney for the rap did not immediately return the request for comment on Wednesday. The details of the arrest raised eyebrows. Local authorities spotted him with a handgun tucked in his waistband because they were monitoring the Instagram feed of a known gang member. After switching to Boosie's account, police then used a helicopter to track him in the alleged gang-associated neighborhood of San Diego. After the traffic stop, prosecutors said he was found with the matching black pistol in the vehicle. The case has been anything but straightforward. State prosecutors initially charged him over the traffic stop, but then quickly dropped the case. Minutes after they did so, Boosie was arrested at the courthouse by federal prosecutors over the same incident. In July of 2024, he was briefly saved by a Second Amendment. A judge dismissed the charge because an appeals court had ruled it unconstitutional to charge nonviolent convicts with felons in possession. Boosie left the courthouse in tears that day. 90% of people thought I was going to go to prison, but God had a different plan. The respite was short-lived. Prosecutors quickly refiled the case with small changes, and the higher appeals court panel later overturned the gun control ruling that might have helped him. Under the terms of the plea deal revealed Tuesday, prosecutors will also recommend 3 years of supervised release after Boosie completes his prison sentence. Boosie asked for less than 2 years in prison, and the government can oppose that request. A sentencing hearing is currently scheduled for November. Now, yo, I don't want to hear Boosie told. Yo, Boosie has a fucking only thing on Boosie record. What's up, my Pan African brother? Hey, piece of Pan Africanism, y'all. Yeah, peace and Pan Africanism, brothers and sisters. But yo, Boosie only got a third-degree marijuana charge on his record. I think the judge did right, or the prosecution is doing right by only offering 2 years, man. Like, we ain't talking about nobody that got like an extensive criminal history. You know, we talking about a third-degree marijuana case in Louisiana. If he'd have caught that in Maryland, if he'd have caught that in a lot of, in probably 80% of other states, yo, that shit wouldn't even be. That should probably be like probation before judgment. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be no prison sentence at all. That should probably be probation before judgment, man. So I just wanted to get that on record. I don't think nobody spoke on that. I think a lot of people think Boosie ready get the book thrown at him. But the prosecution only offering 2 years. I said before that the max I see Boosie getting is probably 60 months. But shit, he fuck around get less than that. He probably get the 2 years. Normally, if the prosecution offering 2 years, and he say he got a fair judge, the judge normally going to oblige. So you talking about 2 years? I doubt if he get any time for that. The time he was on the box. Oh my God! Come on, Bradley. Or Braylon. Your name Braylon, man. It's fucking, you couldn't hate with me named Braylon. Yeah, I ain't never had a friend named Braylon. Straight up and down. If your name was Braylon, you wouldn't be able to come outside, man. Hey, Braylon can't come out around here. Ain't no Braylons allowed in the neighborhood. We'd have kicked you up your ass. Braylon. The fuck your parents named you that shit for? Why you instead of over here trolling, you need to be having a motherfucking heart-to-heart conversation with your parents. Like, why the fuck did you name me Braylon? Like, where did y'all get that shit from? That's the fucking need to be. That's what you need to be doing right now. You need to be getting your mother and father on the line and having a motherfucking a man-to-man conversation as to why the fuck they named you Braylon. Because I don't like it. I don't think nobody likes it. If that was my name, I'd have changed that bitch as soon as I got old enough. Fuck that. I need a nickname. Walk around this bitch, my name Braylon. Got me in here getting picked on and shit. Motherfuckers running your pockets, slapping all the shit out you. Just because your name Braylon. No other reason though, just because your name. Yeah, but what's it called? Talk to these academics talk to Pee Wee Roscoe. I want to see what the fuck Pee Wee Roscoe said. I know what he said the other day when he said Thug did the right thing. I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. Hey, Braden, stop talking shit, man. Before I get somebody run your pockets. What city you in, Braden? I bet I can get your pockets ran from. I bet I can get your pockets ran from your city. What city you in? So y'all see what happened with these academics. Hit that like button, y'all. Lord Woody tired. Is tired and goes off on Young Thug. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, this shit is crazy. Yo, Woody can't go off on anybody. Like, regardless of what Young Thug did, he ain't do what Woody did. He ain't do what Gunna did. Yeah, wrong is wrong. Yo, but we ain't ready to do that. He ain't do what Rilo did. All Thug did was talk too motherfucking much. He talked too much. He brought people's names up. But he didn't put no cases on no motherfucking body. Woody put cases on people.